going to say. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Mount Olive High School. As GSHSW.com presents its Girl Match of the Week as the Mount Olive female Marauders will host the Cliffside Park Rutherford?
Raiders.
Ridgefield. No, I was looking. It's a co-op school.
Oh.
Ridgefield Raiders. I'm Donald J. Brower. John Kovach is with me here. We're calling this. We're also going to be calling the boys a little later on.
And that one, the rivalry up here, the Marauders against the Highlanders, the Wolf Pack of West Morris Central.
This looks to be for Mount Olive, Bailey Guy, and for the Raiders, Allison Chavez.
Starting at 100 pounds, both in black singlets. So Mount Olive with the red trim. Cliffside Park's Chavez is in the red headgear, and Guy is in the gold headgear.
It's one of these interesting aspects where both schools have red in there, so Mount Olive being the home team decided to take green. But today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, the Harrington Company's Forum, Coffee, and Performance Trophies. The official sponsor of GSHSW.com's live wrestling stream coverage this season. We also thank our local sponsors, Pro Automotive of Flanders, Long Valley Pub, OMG Burger, Estabilt Wrestling Club, 19th Hole, Market Tavern, Ginza Sushi, Sub Pub, and Valentino's Pizza.
Guy tries to shoot the double leg, but she's fended off by Chavez with an underhook. Just an upper body struggle right now. Chavez tries to pull Guy down, but Guy ends up with the takedown and the three.
I know we've talked about this in the past, and I've seen it a lot this year. So many people getting pulled down on top of themselves. You know what I mean? Like, they go for something and somebody sneaks out the back door. They're going for something big. And especially with this 3 points, now you make the mistake, it's 3-0.
Is that, do you think, a function of going for a big move 4-3 early, as we see Guy try to work the right leg, trying to get some leverage here? We're inside 5 seconds in the first period. I'll ask the question, Don. Do you think people getting pulled down like that, is that a function of trying to make a big move and get the 3 early?
Yeah, I think that has to be a big part of it, because you got so many people who are trying to get the advantage now, where realistically in the past, if you had gotten taken down, it's a 2, you get up, you've cut the lead in half. Now with a 3, you want to be a little more aggressive, try to run it up. But then, of course, if, the risk and the reward, you risk it and you don't get what you want, now you're down 3-0.
Guy from Mount Olive in the black and red chose neutral to start the second period. No score after 1. We're at 100 pounds in Mount Olive versus Cliffside Park Ridgefield girls. First of 2 matches we'll bring you tonight on GSHSW.com. Chavez for Cliffside Park, trying to work upper body. Now trying for the trip is Guy. Neither has come down below the shoulders with the exception of that shot by Guy. And now she's trying to hook the leg. Does get the trip, but she pulled Chavez down on top of herself.
That's what I'm talking about.
And it's 3 apiece.
You got to have good fundamentals there. She left herself exposed to where she was going for something and got thrown to her bag.
And let me correct myself. Guy did have 3 at the end of the first period. Guy getting back to her face, gets the reversal in 2, retakes the lead 5-3. Inside a minute to go in the second period here at 100 pounds. Guy from Mount Olive on top now, trying to stand up and get out of it is Chavez for Cliffside Park, but she ends up back in a prone position. Guy with side control, trying to work it over. But she's got near arm and far leg. There's really not a lot she can do there in terms of turning the shoulders. Swinging the hip now, Guy from Mount Olive. Inside 10 seconds to go in the second period. 5-2 Bailey Guy of Mount Olive with the lead at 100 pounds.
It's going to take the 5-3 lead into the third. Both wrestlers really winded.
I mean, it's been a good match. There's been a lot of back and forth. There has not been a lot of scoring. And I know you can't see this, but watching and the coaches and teammates on the Mount Olive side, literally coaching Guy to catch her breath, teaching her what any coach would say. In through the nose, slow, out through the mouth, get your wind back. Guy on top now to start the third period and trying again to work a turn on Allison Chavez of Cliffside Park.
What's interesting is I think that changed the strategy, the takedown Chavez had in the second, because Guy had taken her down in the first. You almost wonder if it's going in there 3-0 if they start at neutral.
Oh, I think they totally start at neutral if it's 3-0. No doubt in my mind, Don.
It's like she's trying to run a bar there.
She's been trying this same combination, it seems like, for the better part of 2.5 periods.
She just got to watch. She can't be too high because you don't want to get shrugged off and then find yourself in a dangerous position, especially about a minute left here in this match.
Trying to grab the near ankle, and she has a cross face, but not really cinched in. Really under the chin now. Getting back to a bit of a base is Chavez. 50 seconds to go in regulation here. 5-2. Bailey Guy from Mount Olive with the lead at 100 pounds.
Mount Olive is obviously going to have to try to develop a big lead. They don't have a heavyweight, so they're essentially down 6-0 right now.
That really does hurt you to give up 6 points.
100%.
Guy working the turn. We're inside 25 seconds. You know, if she went near leg and a half, I think she could do something. Still working the crossface. 10 seconds to go in the regulation.
Looks like she's going to hold her out here.
Chavez tried one more time to get back to the base, but can't get there. 5-2 your final.
And your winner.
5-3, excuse me.
5-3. 3-0 Mount Olive leads. If you want to be a leader in social media, follow us on social media on Facebook at Garden State HS Wrestling, on X, Garden State HSW, on Instagram, Garden State HS Wrestling. And like and subscribe, get notified when we go live. We're going to be live a little later tonight. Got a bunch of matches coming up this weekend. We are going to be doing multiple county tournaments next week, so get notified when we go live as well with our podcast. GardenStateHSWrestling.com is your premier high school wrestling provider.
Really excited about those county tournaments coming up, Don.
Oh, we're going to be at Essex, Passaic here. We got a bunch coming up, so I mean, it's going to be a really good week of action. And you don't want to watch it anywhere else. You can't make it out to the match? Stay at home and let us bring the action into your living room. It's going to be Capone for Mount Olive.
And Yadira
Morales
Montes for Cliffside Park. Again, Cliffside Park in the black singlet, very little trim on it. Mount Olive in the black with red trim, a little bit of gold in there. And Mia Capone has, really can't decide. She has the red shoes on.
She has the dark headgear while
They
Morales
both
Montes have more of the traditional headgear.
There you go.
Mia Capone is one of the girls I know this team is really looking for to take a step up, especially going forward. She's kind of getting her feet under her, and the staff has been telling me how much of a great job she's been doing in the room. So, and you can see it here where she's trying to work something, hands on the head constantly, trying to change levels. She's one that the team really expects some stuff from coming forward.
She has the back of Montez's head right now and pulling it down slightly. Now she's got an underhook in. But spinning with her is Montez. There's
nice
the takedown.
Nice hook and throw. She could get the 3.
3 for Mia Capone on the takedown.
She's still got the half. She just got to run it through.
She's got to drive her legs through, like you said.
Settle down. Let the weight go. You got plenty of time. You got 30 seconds. Just let, and you get the pin. Great job, Mia Capone.
32 seconds left in the first period. Mia Capone of Mount Olive with the pin. Ups the Marauders lead to 9-0, 2 matches into this contest.
You want to become a sponsor? How do you become a sponsor? Limited sponsorship opportunities are available for not only our team pages, but our live stream coverage like the county tournaments. How do you become one? Click on your logo here, fill out the information form, or send me an email, admin@GardenStateHSWrestling.com. We are the premier high school wrestling provider. Let us turn your cents into major dollars. GardenStateHSWrestling.com.
Now, to get back to what you said earlier, Don, Mount Olive forfeiting it at the heavyweight match.
That's big.
Now you've evened it.
Yeah.
Now you evened it out.
Traded it off.
Mia Capone did everything she needed to do for the Marauders. They come in 4-2, but they've won 3 of 4 since a 47-19 loss to PCTI on January 2nd. Carol Satuj for Cliffside Park. She's in the red headgear and the black singlet with no trim. They have a Raiders design on the back.
One of the good co-op teams in the area, especially, it's good to see a girls team like this as well. You know, the sport is growing, so it's very good too.
Yeah, speaking of that, I saw the news earlier. We'll hold off on that as Kayla Perez shoots a single leg. They're in a struggle now. Perez has the leg.
She's got to pull it in a little more, but lets it go. But she left herself in bad position.
Satuj never let go of the head, and now really she could really corkscrew Perez down if she wanted to.
You also got to watch with the arm there. As you can see in the corner of your screen there, the head coach of Mount Olive girls saying, watch the arm, possible choke. Nothing was there, but you always got to make sure it doesn't slip up, especially when you're in a situation like that.
You also want to get that planted in the official's head that he's looking for it, and you might be able to get a whistle there and a break.
Yeah, 100%. That's what you're kind of looking for. Maybe, potentially dangerous, keeping your eye open with that.
Perez now with an overhook, but Satuj briefly had the leg. All upper body struggles so far through these 3 matches, Don.
Yeah, they're attempt at a throw there by Satuj. No score yet. Nothing given up. Great job by Satuj. That might be a little bit of inexperience there. Satuj should have at least gotten the 3 points. She brought it down, didn't get the throw, and then stopped wrestling. She
stopped wrestling and let the escape happen, and I think it shows Perez's experience. She never let her back get turned.
100%, and especially short time there, Perez, getting there.
No score after 1 at 114 pounds. Mount Olive versus Cliffside Park. The Marauders with a 9-0 lead, 2 matches in. The difference there was that Perez didn't get her back turned.
No,
she
100%.
rode the throw out, almost probably sprawled with it.
Yeah, rolled with it.
Rolled with it, just go down, and then you don't give up the takedown or the back points because you never give up control.
But Satuj should have kept wrestling, and she stopped there thinking, oh, okay, I didn't get the throw. What should I do next? She should have kept coming around the corner. But
right.
Today's broadcast is presented by the Harrington Companies, Apex Wrestling, Champion Athletes, Performance Trophies, and Forum Coffee, the official sponsor of GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Live wrestling coverage. They don't do anything all period. I start doing my plugs. I get a takedown right here early.
I'm watching it, and I'm like, you started that, and I said there's going to be a takedown. Well, Don's running these sponsors, and I'm going to be the nice guy and not cut him off, but it's going to set us behind.
And we got a reversal
there by Satuj.
Potentially dangerous. Technical violation. Looked like it was a full Nelson.
1 point penalty makes it 4-2 in favor of Kayla Perez. Interesting that the referee acknowledged somebody in the stands after that call.
Yeah, this is a very fun official, so I'm sure somebody was working and yelling at him, and they went with it.
Working an official? No, I never did that. Satuj from Cliffside Park on the back of Perez.
Paez up 5-2.
Paez, I apologize for the mispronunciation of that. It's Caleb Paez. We had the girls on Saturday, too, with the final match in the Queen of the Hill tournament at Morris Hills.
And I to full disclosure, I watched it because I had a match later on, the big Hanover Park Caldwell match. Talk about one of the easiest and best run tournaments I've ever heard. You know, it was really a great tournament up there at Morris Hills.
Oh, yeah.
And we got a takedown here. We got the slide for the back points. She's got to settle. Get on her toes and settle. She's in good position. She's got time. She's got tilt ahead. She's got 16 seconds. And she gets the pin. That is huge for Paez.
13 seconds left in the second period. Time of the fall. Now it's 15-0 in favor of the Marauders. And now, instead of being 6 up,
they're
as
down.
Cliffside Park was when they got off the bus, now they're 6 down.
I'd like to thank our title sponsor, the Harrington Companies. Harrington Demolition and Recycling, Harrington Construction, and Hoffman Supply. You got a nice house, you want to make it nicer, Hoffman Supply. You got a dump and want to rip it down, Harrington Demolition and Recycling. Then give the construction a call, the Harrington Companies. This looks like it's going to be Tiffany Aguilar. And this is going to be Ajane Muhammad. Quick takedown there by Muhammad. Can I also just say, awesome job by the announcer. He is one of my favorites, and anytime I get to hear him talk on the microphone, it makes my night.
He does a great job. We always know who's wrestling, which isn't always the case.
And the pin.
Quick pin there. Mount Olive racking up to 6-point wins. Just 21 seconds into the first period. Muhammad with the pin, and it's 21-0 in favor of the Marauders.
Now, if my list I have is correct, coming out next, it's going to be Molly Smythe against Daniela Aragon.
I have Aragon, and I did not have Mount Olive, so. This match at 126 pounds, 21-0 right now, the score in favor of the Marauders.
Cliffside Park Ridgefield at 126 pounds, Diana Barquero.
Oh, it's Barquero. All right, they wrote the name wrong. That's why you always got to write in pencil.
Molly Smythe.
They must have bumped it the less they gave us, so.
Yeah, because I had it the other way, too. I had Barquero next, but that was before Smythe with the big lift and the big takedown. Announcing her presence with authority. 3-point takedown right to the pin. Just 13 seconds in.
Smythe doesn't get paid by the hour.
Apparently
she punched in, took it down, and went to the side. Makes it 27-0.
Glad you weren't doing sponsor reads for that one.
I wouldn't be able to get through them all with that.
How would I become a sponsor, Don?
How do you become a sponsor? Click on your logo here. Right as I took a bite of something, you asked me a
I'm
question.
sorry. Oh, and it's a good one, too. I'm sorry. That's a good. Oh, where'd you get that? They got them over at the concession stand? I'll leave you right now. And go
100%.
I'll get you another one.
Click on your logo here. Send an email to admin@GarzaHSWrestling.com. We have limited sponsorship opportunities left for the season. Turn your cents into dollars. GarzaHSWrestling.com.
I'm sorry, Don.
126 was Daniela Aragon. Barquero at 132.
Okay, they did.
So,
He was
okay.
announced wrong. I was just saying good things about him too.
Jenna Rodriguez.
So it is Barquero for Cliffside Park now.
Yes.
And it was Aguilar.
I was just
in the
saying good things
prior.
about that announcer, and he's messing me up over there.
versus Rodriguez for Mount Olive. Mount Olive in the black, trimmed in red and gold. Black with Raiders motif on the back for Cliffside Park Ridgefield. Gold headgear for Rodriguez of Mount Olive. Red for Barquero of Cliffside Park.
These matches slowing down a little bit compared to the previous few.
I mean, we're 15 seconds in. This is a long match. Hope they're conditioned for this. Oh, quick takedown there. Trip there by Rodriguez. Gets 3 for the takedown. They're right on the edge, but on top working is Rodriguez. Pushing the head down. She has a half and she has wrist control.
But point of contact.
Yep. It was close. I think the toes came up just enough. All you need is that 1 point of contact inbounds anymore. Yeah, we were talking about, we had the girls on Saturday. Exciting times for girls wrestling as the NCAA, I saw, voted today to recognize women's wrestling.
It's about time.
It is about time. Rodriguez from Mount Olive still on top, still working the half. It's almost like they never left.
She's got the wrist control. She's running a deep half, comes around. I think she's got her stuck here.
I don't think there's any way out. There it is.
There is a way out. The referee slapping the mat.
Well, I meant unscathed.
It's just not the way she meant to go down. But now I haven't taken a bite. How do you become a sponsor? Sponsorship opportunities available for team pages and live stream coverage, including the county tournaments. Click on your logo here on the team page or send me an email, admin@GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Let us turn your cents into major dollars. GardenStateHSWrestling.com is your premier high school wrestling coverage provider in all of New Jersey. All right, this looks like it's going to be Claire Carey. And I'm assuming this is going to be Delcy Quevedo de Leon. I'm thinking that's who it is. Again, we're going by the list.
I'm still working off who's red and who's green because I was smart and did it ahead of time. And I'm paying for it still. 138.
For Cliffside Park Ridgefield, Daisy Quevedo de Leon.
Daisy de Leon.
Mount Olive at 138 pounds, Claire Carey.
And Claire Carey, you are in fact correct, Don. And there with the trip and the takedown is Carey early on.
Running that head, but potentially dangerous, a little bit too high.
It's almost fallen into a pattern the past 2-3 matches, Don, where it's a lockup and then come in with that leg, trip, drive forward. And
a lot of it seems to be like that's how they were trained to do it. So it's funny, the JV matches are so quick. I think those mats are down for maybe an hour, if that.
Yeah, it's taken them longer to set up and take down. So that's now going on adjacent to us.
So you might see some mats getting pulled up there in the corner at the back where they're pulling the tapes up because they're going to slide the mat over for the varsity match.
3-0 in our match in favor of Claire Carey for Mount Olive. De Leon tries to get the back, but almost another takedown. I don't think
she didn't get released yet, but she almost had her flip. She couldn't get back points. She rolled over too much, couldn't get the established swipes. Exactly. She had her in a bad position.
Exactly.
She's got to watch there, too, with how she's doing. Nice job there to come back around and underhook. See if she runs it here. Because she's going towards the knee, but she lets it go. I was going to say she's going towards where she was posting, so it worked. It looked like it could have worked better, but Carey keeps moving around.
Coming up on 30 seconds left in the first period, 3-0. Carey still working the back, still trying to get a turn. 20 seconds to go in the period.
She's short time, but she's just got to run that.
Yeah,
keep running that.
So
I don't know why
close.
She shouldn't have let that other wrist go. She was in perfect position where she had her down. She let the under wrist go. If she ran it hard, she would have been better off there.
Now a stoppage for a potentially dangerous hold.
That's why it became potentially dangerous when she let the arm go, because now you're just in the shoulder. If she had the other arm and she was running it, I think he would have let it go, and she was going over.
3-0 to lead for Carey. 5 seconds left in the first period. We are at 138 pounds. Mount Olive with a 33-0 lead over Cliffside Park in this girls' match. After this, we're going to bring you the boys. Huge rivalry. Mount Olive, West Morris, senior night. It's going to be a great atmosphere here.
Yeah, and you're talking about two schools literally a stone's throw away from each other. A little trivia for some of the older people talking about everything. You have a team who was the original third school in the district with West Morris and Mendon, Mount Olive.
Yep.
Before they had their own district.
Word is Mount Olive was the first district in the country to vote to leave a regional district.
Yeah.
I've heard that for many, many years. I've never bothered to research it to see if it's true or if it's just legend, but that's been, for years. We're at 138 pounds. Claire Carey for Mount Olive in the black with the red and gold trim. Daisy DeLeon for Cliffside Park. She's in the black.
Not
Carey working the back. She has a 6-0 lead, now.
They're going to go stalling on.
It'll be on DeLeon. She got the warning. No point awarded yet.
6-0 Carey leads here.
Carey with the arm across the front. She's trying to reach around. Trying to fashion a cradle here. She might have her turn now.
Couldn't get the shoulders adjusted.
Now she lets go. She's still riding the back. Inside 30 seconds to go in the second period. 6-0 in favor of Claire Carey and Mount Olive. She tries to wrench her.
Keep running it. That's all she's got to do. Don't let go. Keep running it. She's going to go over. She's got 60 seconds. Step hard.
You do so much if you keep your legs moving, Don.
In every sport, she's in a good position. She's going to get the point. She might get the stick here as she settles. And
there
the referee calls it. That's what she was doing. She wasn't running it. She was trying to do the move and stopped halfway through, but she gets the 6, and Mount Olive runs their lead even bigger.
39.
Follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on X, GardenStateHSW, on Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling, and on YouTube. Like and subscribe, get notified when we go live and everything we do. GardenStateHSWrestling.com is your premier high school wrestling provider.
39-0 in favor of Mount Olive. Five consecutive pins by the Marauders.
Running away with it.
They were forfeiting a heavyweight, like you said, so they were down 6 to start the match. And now 39 points.
This is going to be Flores.
6
For the Marauders, Samantha Soto.
6 straight pins.
And Samantha Soto for Mount Olive.
Flores in the black with the red headgear.
I think it's more pink.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You know what? I
Good
maybe I get
eye.
upset. It looks a little more pinkish.
You are, in fact, correct.
And then Soto in the gold headgear.
Struggle for wrist control early in this match at 145 pounds.
Only got a few left. Unless math's telling me wrong, Mount Olive has clinched it.
I have to think so.
Still looking for position. You almost wonder, referee's got the whistle now. You almost wonder if he's going to be looking for a restart, stallmate, something. I mean, Not a lot of action going on.
Now, can he call them both for stalling?
Oh,
or
yeah.
reset this?
You can get double stalling.
We're inside 15 seconds in a first period of trying to find an advantage and nobody really locking up. No score after one between Flores of Cliffside Park and Soto of Mount Olive.
I mean, I think they needed to take a breather for a minute because it's one of the few matches in this pin wave that hasn't been a super quick pin.
The matches that have gone to the second period so far have lasted 13 seconds and 3 seconds. So we have now gone longer than any match since our first match at 100 pounds. This is as long as we've gone, for those of you with short attention spans. Flores, black with pink headgear for Cliffside Park. Soto in the black with red trim and gold headgear for Mount Olive. Mount Olive 39-0 lead. A little push and shove and a couple of stiff arms. A couple of feints at locking up. They haven't really even attempted to, lock up yet.
Soto is pushing the pace, though.
Yeah, she is. She's keeping it moving. Flores is really reacting to what Soto has done so far. But every time Soto grabs a wrist, there's a stall warning against Flores.
Soto keeping hold of that wrist, like, no, get over here. Almost like a Mortal Kombat Scorpion reference.
She has been trying to get that wrist for the better part of 2.5 minutes. But, I mean, there hasn't been a shot. There hasn't been any. It's just been trying to grab wrists for now 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Soto keeps trying to change some levels, so we'll see if that, keeps her out of the referee's ire for a stalling, but still trying to hold that wrist. Short time here.
Scoreless after 2. At 145 pounds. Flores for Cliffside Park. Soto for Mount Olive.
Green chooses defense.
Soto takes down, up to her feet. Got to break the grip. Try to get a good base.
Swinging her around from behind and then conceding the escape, essentially, was Flores.
The one thing you notice is she really wasn't trying to do anything. She was spinning around. They'll call you for stalling. She's already down 1. You don't want to be down 2-0 and then have to rely on trying to get a takedown.
Right.
So they let her go, keep the stalling, doing what they do.
Now we're back to try to grab the arm.
Soto's still pushing in. I mean, Flores is going to have to sort of make a move here in third period. I mean, she's already got 1 stall warning. She could get. I think she might get another one here because she is backing up.
Yeah, she's backed up the whole. She really needs to come forward at some point and initiate contact. That's the thing. And I understand being a defensive wrestler and counter wrestling, but she's kind of just circled. Occasionally they touch arms and come together, but she has a, well, there was an attempt to grab the head and pull it down.
No, she's going to get hit here in a second. I could kind of, I'm getting a feeling like
yeah,
if she takes another step or so back, I think she's going to get hit with that stalling.
Watching the official. 30 seconds to go in the match as of right now. 1-0 the score in favor of Mount Olive Soto.
Soto pushing in.
15 seconds left in regulation.
Flores still backing up. I'm surprised she hasn't got hit with anything yet.
5 seconds. The bench is counting it down. Well, I don't see anything else happening. It's a 1-0 decision.
And Flores can't be mad. She's, she didn't make a move the whole time. If you wait till the last 10 seconds, that's not how it goes.
42-0 in favor of Mount Olive. John Kovach, Don Brower coming to you from Mount Olive High School. Girls, Mount Olive versus Cliffside Park. And once this is over, take a brief break and be right back with the rivalry, Mount Olive versus West Morris, the boys match. And that'll be starting sometime, I would say,
close to
a little
7.
after 7.
Right around there. Depends on how quick this goes.
And this has been going quick. Only 2 matches went the distance. 6 straight pins by Mount Olive. We know we're going to have a forfeit at heavyweight. We're at 152 now.
Today's broadcast is presented by the Harrington Company's Apex Wrestling School Champion Athletes, Performance Trophies, and Forum Coffee, the official sponsor of GSHSW.com's live wrestling coverage this season. I'm Donald J. Brow here with John Kovach. We are at Mount Olive Girls versus Cliffside Park. Ridgefield Girls, we are at the 152 bout. Mount Olive is cruising 42-0 here.
Herrera for Cliffside Park with the pink headgear, taking Melendez Sanchez for Mount Olive down to the mat. She's working the turn already, is Herrera.
No points yet. So, I mean, Herrera loosening up, but lets her up. I even think the coach was kind of a little shocked. She could have had the 3. All she had to do was come around. She didn't come around.
Yes, and that's the second time that we've seen a Cliffside Park wrestler take a Mount Olive wrestler to the mat and not get the takedown because they didn't finish it. They didn't get control.
They got to finish. Like that's the key. You got to finish the move set.
Now she's trying to finish it. Is Herrera running it through? She has a turn. She has 3 for the takedown.
Point still in.
But they're very close to the edge.
Point of contact still in there. Referee keeps looking at that foot.
Just barely.
She's going to go out. Out of bounds. Going to be 4. 7-0. Herrera leads.
Melendez Sanchez wrestling with a protective face mask on.
Start here. Escape Melendez Sanchez.
30 seconds to go in the first period here at 152 pounds. Driving again, keeping her feet moving. Another 3-point takedown for Herrera.
And she's getting the swipes.
Inside 10 seconds. Still pushing forward. There's the pin for Herrera of Cliffside Park with 5 seconds left on the clock. Cliffside Park is on the board, cutting the Mount Olive lead to 42-6.
Breaks the tie. Breaks the scoreless streak. Shutout no longer pitched. This is going to be, looks like it's going to be Kaylee Hanna. And this is going to be Brianna Bartez. Follow us on social media on Facebook, GuardsHSWrestling.com, on X, GuardsHSW, on Instagram, GuardsHSWrestling, and like and subscribe, get notified when we go live on YouTube with our podcast and our upcoming matches. I'm Donald J. Brown. We were here live at Mount Olive High School, myself and John Kovach. Today's broadcast presented to you by the Harrington Company's Apex Wrestling School, Champion Athletes, Performance Trophies, and Forum Coffee, the official sponsor of GuardsHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. Hannah going with a headlock here, trying to snap her down and pull her around. She's got to have if she could just run it, almost do a she almost twists her hips. She might be able to get something here.
Or
Got to watch, though.
Or get the leg behind and drive
Like
through
that.
it.
Oh, potentially dangerous there.
We're at 165 pounds. 42-6 in favor of Mount Olive. And Kaylee Hanna getting spoken with now, a little educational moment about the dangerous hold. We got 165, 185 left, 235 we know is going to be a forfeit for Cliffside Park. Right now we've got Brianna Barthez for Cliffside Park in the black with the pink headgear. Kaylee Hanna of Mount Olive in the black with red and gold headgear. And just trying to brute force
And
her
that's what she
opponent
does.
over.
She just rolls her through. Is going to get the pin. Just says, I'm done. Let's get this over with.
51 seconds into the first period. And Kaylee Hanna makes it 48-6 in favor of Mount Olive.
You want to be a sponsor? Here's how you can do it. Click on the Your logo here on any page, or send me an email at admin@GSHSWrestling.com. We have limited team page, live stream, and county tournament coverage coming up. You want to be a star of the show? Send us an email. I'll get back to you within 24 hours. For mere cents, you can turn it into big dollars. GuardiansStateHSWrestling.com is your premier high school wrestling provider in all of New Jersey.
And we have a lot of tournaments coming up in the next few weeks, don't we, Don?
Oh, we got a ton of county tournaments coming up. I mean, we have everything rolling through. I mean, we're going to be here in Morris County. We're going to be in Passaic County, Essex County. I mean, I should be governor. I'm running around through so many counties.
You sure you want that?
Well, it can't be worse than the one we got.
I'm talking about you sure you want the job.
I mean, I would whip this state into shape.
Decker for Mount Olive. In the black with red trim, Valdez of Cliffside Park. She's in the black with, I guess, that's a more traditional red headgear.
Yeah.
For the Raiders, Raiders versus Marauders.
It's like an old-timey, it sounds like a ride at Disneyland.
Or a seafaring thing. Yar.
Oh, please don't do fire puns.
Yar.
Again, after this, we're going to be taking a short break. We're going to switch some stuff over to the other camera. They're going to move the mat. And we're going to have the big rivalry match. I've already kind of been told there might be some shuffling of lineups, so we might get some big matchups up ahead.
I might be buying Don a candy bar to replace the one I ruined for him earlier.
I know, I'm a fat guy. You got to like my candy. I was all ready for a bite. It's like, hey, Don, why don't we talk about...
Yeah, I wish. Was that a $100,000 bar I did
It
that
was.
to you?
I
Oh,
love the $100,000 bars.
I needed another reason to hate me.
The best part about the $100,000 is I like the king size because those things are so big. It's ginormous. I love them.
3-point takedown for Decker of Mount Olive.
But I'm a weird candy guy, so like I'll eat $100,000, which that's not a problem. Strawberry Charleston Chew frozen, and then I'm also big into a couple other little different candy bars. But like I'll eat that. I mean, some of the candy I get, I'm just enthralled by. I like the old. My wife called it the old people candy.
None of it's bad.
No. The other one is the Goldberg's peanut chews.
Ooh,
Oh,
yes.
I love those. My wife goes, that's old people candy.
Decker almost had the turn there. She got that 3-point takedown, but wasn't able to build on it. And has a 3-0 lead after one against Valdez of Cliffside Park. The only one I don't like is black licorice. It's a point of contention with my wife.
You know what? It depends on it. My wife got me involved. I'm sure people are at home go, why are these guys talking about candy so much? I'm fat. Let me be. There's like a licorice ordering service,
yes.
and I get that, so that's different ones. I'll eat black licorice depending on it. I'm a big Twizzler guy. I could house a bag of Twizzlers like you wouldn't believe because they don't taste like
The cherry ones,
the cherry ones,
not the black
no,
ones.
no.
The cherry
The
or the
black ones I'll have
strawberry.
here and there. But like I'll do stuff like that. But with some of the black licorice, the other ones, The other one I've really got into, and it's kind of my mother-in-law's fault. I mentioned one time a while ago that I like the pecan turtles, and that's all I got for Christmas for like 4 years. It's like, hey, fatty, here's some more candy for you. It's like, you know what we want to do? We want you to, you're getting older. Here's some diabetes in a box. Here we go.
So if
Thanks.
if you have a white van and you want to meet with Dom
No,
Brower,
we ain't going there. We ain't going there.
tell him
We
you
ain't
got
going
free
there.
candy.
We ain't going there. Well, if you have some turtles.
Valdez spun.
Or whatchamacallits. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Now you're talking. Valdez did spin Decker down, but no points on that. Still 3-0 in favor of Decker from Mount Olive. She's in the black with the red and gold. The pizza here is good, too.
Oh, this is really good. Really
They
good stuff.
weren't sure that if it was Enzo's, or
I'm sure.
Vincenzo's.
I'm
but
sure it was
good.
Valentino's
Could have
because
been
they're a sponsor.
Valentino's. Could have been Valentino's.
Speaking of which, we'd like to thank Valentino's Pizza, Sub Pub, Ginzo Sushi, Market Tavern, 19th Hole, Estabilt Wrestling Club, Long Valley Pub, OMG Burger, and Pro Automotive of Flanders for providing financial support for today's wrestling action.
And there we talk about pushing through a takedown. Decker for Mount Olive had the takedown, almost finished it, keeping her feet moving. Valdez flips the script and ties the match at 3 just by keeping moving through the takedown.
And one thing coaches always hate, late points.
Yes. Regardless of the sport. Late points. So much carries sport to sport. Like when I was a football coach, I wanted my guys to wrestle.
100%.
You watch this. If you you tell football players, keep your feet moving through the block. Keep your feet moving through the tackle. Out here you watch. You keep your feet moving. Good things happen.
And I've noticed it so much, and you saw it in this match today. There was a couple times where they were so focused on one thing that when that stopped, they didn't say, hey, I got to finish this and get those points. They're like, I have the headlock, and didn't realize they were,
right.
you know.
Okay, now what?
Yeah.
We're down on the mat. I'm on top. Now what do I do? 3-3 to score. Valdez of Cliffside Park and Decker of Mount Olive tied. Valdez is on the back trying to turn Decker. Mount Olive has clinched the team score 48-6. We've got a whistle for a stalemate. With 1:08 to go in regulation. We'll start with Decker of Mount Olive on bottom, Valdez of Cliffside Park on top. There's the whistle. Stoppage for clasped hands. And a key penalty point for the clasped hands is awarded to Decker of Mount Olive. Gives her a 4-3 lead with 1:01 left in regulation here at 185 pounds. And there without the has now an escape and a 2-point lead for Decker with less than a minute to go. Decker tries for the takedown. She's trying to get control.
She's got the arm around. She's got to watch, though. I'm sorry, Johnny.
That's okay. There's the 3-point takedown. Extends the lead even more. 8-3 now for Decker. The key there was a penalty point, then an escape, then the takedown. Now she's rolling for the back points. 30 seconds to go. She can finish this. She does. Exactly 30 seconds to go. Decker with the pin. 54-6. The lead for Mount Olive. One match to go.
Which is going to be a forfeit.
Which we know is going to be a forfeit. So that'll be a 54-12 final in favor of the Marauders. And they will have won 4 of their last 5. And 3 straight.
Great job. The only one they had was a couple of little hiccups, but they did everything well. But you want to be a sponsor? Follow us on social media on Facebook, GuardStageWrestling.com, on X, GuardStageSW, on Instagram, GuardStage Wrestling. And like and subscribe, get notified when we go live. We will have all of our upcoming podcasts, everything, and our live streams. We get notified. You want to be a sponsor? You're talking about the county tournaments? Become and get involved. Click on your logo here. Send me an email, admin@GuardStageWrestling.com. We have limited sponsorship opportunities left for T-Page, live stream, and county coverages. Let us turn your cents into dollars. GuardStageWrestling.com. And we'd like to thank our title sponsor, the Harrington Companies. Harrington Demolition Recycling, Construction, and Hoffman Supply. The Harrington Companies. We'd also like to thank Apex Wrestling, Champion Athletes, Performance Trophies, Forum Coffee, and our local sponsors. Pro Automotive of Flanders, Long Valley Pub, OMG Burger, Estabilt Wrestling Club, 19th Hole, Market Tavern, Ginza Sushi, Sub Pub, and Valentino's. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be heading over to the boys match. So for John Kovac, I'm Donald J. Brower. We'll see you next time.